Hello, welcome to Unequal Sequel
Extra.
Yes, guys, it is still August, so let's enjoy the sunshine while it's here, shall we?
What sunshine? Has there been sunshine? Where's that?
I'm trying to be positive about this whole weather situation we're having in England.
We've had a lot of cloud and really muggy heat, like the
I wouldn't even
worst
call it
of
muggy.
both worlds.
It's horrible. I remember being young and summers being absolutely scorching. I remember being outside all the time, running around. It was glorious. And then last summer, which was it was too hot.
Yes, it was.
I'm sounding like Goldilocks now. But this summer, if people who are not in the UK and the listeners probably over Europe, which have had that awful heat wave, we haven't had that in the UK.
No.
So apologies if we sound like whiny little bitches now.
But we are.
Yeah, we are. I'm trying to be positive because Rich made me watch a really shitty film.
Sorry. I gave you lots of options.
And I picked the other one.
Yeah, true. And then I decided to do this one because it was easy. We had it to hand.
It's not even that. I thought it would work really well because, we should probably tell what we're doing.
So it is 20 years this month since Legally Blonde 2, Red, White and Blonde hit the cinemas.
Yes. I thought that'd be good because there's a nice comparison with the recent release of Barbie.
Yes.
And I thought, you never know, there might be some really interesting things to say about this.
I watched this and Barbie on the same day and gave myself a really pink migraine.
Yeah, I could see that. It must have been a hell of a ride. Which one went first?
This, Legally Blonde 2 was first.
Oh, good. At least you did it the right way around.
I definitely did it the right way around. Yeah.
Yep. So 20 years, Legally Blonde 2. Rich, before we talk about our history of this film and if we've seen it or not, could you tell the listeners the awful plot, please?
Okay. So, Elle Woods, our hero of Legally Blonde, decides to go to Washington to pass a bill to ban animal testing because she finds out her dog's mum that she wants to invite to her wedding is in an animal testing laboratory. So essentially all of this movie comes about because she wants to invite her dog's mum to her wedding.
Yep. That's a plot point. Because you
started
started off
the plot. That's it.
That first bit, you're like, Elle Woods goes to Washington for animal rights cruelty. I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. It's when you start coating it with what else was going on in this movie that it really starts falling apart and everything.
Oh, I have a lot to say.
Well, let's just get on with Legally Blonde 1, 2001 Legally Blonde 1. Have you watched that before?
Yes. Actually, really liked it.
Okay.
Really enjoyed Legally Blonde. I thought it was a good movie. It's an unexpected person sticking it to the stuffy, uptight university people. And having worked in lots of universities, including Cambridge University, I really like it when people stick it to stuffy university people who think they're above you. Because I've met a lot. So, yeah, quite like. I enjoyed Legally Blonde. I think it was a good movie.
Did you watch it when it came out, or was it a recent thing?
Probably close to when it came out. I didn't see it at the cinema, but I probably watched it afterwards on DVD. I'd seen it before we went to university, I think.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, I probably watched it with someone. Probably took some convincing to watch it and then came away going, I actually quite like it.
Was it a date movie, Rich?
Might have been. I can't remember. I genuinely can't remember. It wouldn't have been the sort of movie I'd have gone and watched on my own at that point. It wouldn't have been the sort of movie I'd have decided to have watched at that point of my life, being like 20. So it would have been someone else making me watch it, and then me coming out like sheepishly going, I quite enjoyed that movie.
Well, that's good. I remember seeing this in the cinema. Well, the first one I remember seeing in the cinema because I was at college, 2001, and we got told by our lecturer to go and watch the Coen Brothers film. I think it's The Man Who Wasn't There.
Okay.
The black and white one with Billy Bob Thornton. So a lot of us, off we went to the cinema in Cambridge. Wow, everything's around Cambridge today. And we missed that showing of the Coen Brothers, good film, The Man Who Wasn't There. And the only other thing showing at that time was Legally Blonde.
Nice. So you went to go and watch a Coen Brothers movie. And
Yeah.
And
ended up watching Legally Blonde. And like you, Rich, didn't I didn't hate it.
No.
Especially after this one. It wasn't my film, but I could appreciate there is a message in there, like, be yourself, fuck everyone else, work hard,
Absolutely.
fuck the Tories kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good message from the first one.
Yeah, it really is, and it's fun, and it's a romantic comedy as well in there.
Yeah,
and it's got some great side characters. Like Jennifer Coolidge, is that what, Coolidge?
Coolidge, yeah,
Coolidge. She's fantastic in most things. Yeah. She always steals the show in most films she's in. And then I've never ever seen Legally Blonde 2.
No, me neither. I hadn't seen it either.
No, and I was
shocked. It turns out I own it on DVD, but I've got a feeling
and the third one.
It's the third one. There's a third one apparently. But I think it's when me and my wife amalgamated our DVD collections. And I think this is one of hers because she told me that this one is better than the first one. And we sat down to watch it. She watched it with me because she loves Luke Wilson.
Who doesn't? He's a lovely guy.
I was going to say she's like, oh, such a crush on Luke Wilson. And I'm like, you are out of luck because I look more like Greg Davis.
And how did she feel about the film after it was finished?
She was like, oh no, this isn't better than the first one. She's like, I think I was sticking to the second half of the first film.
Yeah. I have something quite similar because I watched the first 20 minutes by myself for this film.
Yeah.
And then I went for a walk with my wife around the block and I told her I'm watching Legally Blonde 2. And then she was getting really angry. She's like, of all the shit you make me watch. And then she said aliens or predators. And I was like, whoa. And she's like, one film I think I'd watch that one. I was like, oh, brilliant. We'll start it again then.
Oh, no.
Yeah. She also, by the end of it, thought, this isn't as good as I remember. In fact, it's awful. Like there's plot points, the gay dog being one of them. She's like, this is bad.
I mean,
like some of the language.
There is homophobia in there, which is bad for the early noughties, let alone now. Like I was wincing at the homophobia in this one. And also, the whole premise of this movie is fucking stupid. Like the first movie, you're pitting Elle Woods against people who underestimate her, who are stuffy, like people that need to be brought down a peg or two. And in this movie, you are pitting her against an upwardly mobile black woman. Like you are pitching white privilege against a black woman who is doing well. Like, this is not right.
Oh, it's really horrible. I really appreciate. Again, I'm going to keep going back to this because I really appreciate the message of the first movie.
And there's a decent cast in this one in there somewhere as well. Like,
I haven't got a problem with that. It's the message, what she's trying to say, the movie's trying to say, be yourself, blah 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 blah. Yeah. I find Elle Woods very, very annoying. Well, and I'm not quite sure if that's a good thing or... No, it's not a good thing because I'm meant to be cheering for her. I don't like spending time with that character.
I don't think she's as bad in the first one because actually what she's saying is I'm actually quite intelligent despite the way I choose to dress and choose to be.
Yes,
whereas
it's
this
brilliant.
one, she's like, I'm accidentally going to luck upwards. You know, I'm going to fail upwards accidentally like a straight white man.
Yeah.
You know? like...
It's yes,
and
you're not rooting for her in this one. Because you think this is weird. First film, I'm enjoying the love stuff with Luke Wilson's all very fun. It's actually fun. The first film, and then this one, they get rid of those good side characters. Her sister. What's the word? Not variety.
Sorority sisters.
They're
sort of in this a bit for like.
They are in the last 20 minutes, and that's for me when it feels like a Legally Blonde film. But the whole bit about inviting your dog's mum to a wedding, and I know she's a ridiculous character, Elle Woods, in the first place, but even that's madness.
Yes.
I mean, surely they could have found other ways of involving a storyline about animal cruelty, right? That didn't have to be their route into it.
No, it didn't. And also, like, the way she gets her animal cruelty bill through is ahead of like a healthcare bill. like genuinely, Like,
yes.
you get your animal rights bill, your animal welfare bill, that is purely so that your dog's mum can come to your wedding, bear in mind, above a bill that will improve healthcare for poor people across the whole country. Elle Woods is the baddie. She is the bad guy in this movie.
Okay, she's not just. I mean, her sole purpose was at first was get her dog's mum from there, but then she is trying to save all the other animals. It kind of gets to that point, but it keeps going back to the dog's mum a lot. Yes, but you're 100% right. They are trying to knock off a health bill instead of doing. Yeah, yes, that is bad as well. I mean, it's all bad, right?
Yeah, it definitely is bad. The homophobic jokes and slurs in this are awful.
The dog bit is truly uncomfortable.
She finds out she's got a gay dog and instantly dresses him in leather.
Makes the dog look like a little gimp thing.
Yeah, little gimp dog.
Tim's like, that is highly unnecessary. Why do we have to dress it like that? Oh, God.
It's really bad. It's really, but I mean, that bit's not the bad bit. I mean, it's the slurs for gay people that they come out with in like that. It's so bad.
There's also there's a bit when they're all answering the phone. The sorority sisters are answering the phone, and then at the end, there's a transgender member of the and I don't understand
what the point of that was.
And it's never mentioned again. It's not mentioned before. There's no
joke.
There's no sign of that character at all for the rest of the film. It's just, it's. I know this is through our eyes now in 2023. It's alarming, like how I found that disgusting. Even a film from 2003, Rich. Yeah, 20 years old. Happy birthday, everyone.
Again, watching it, it felt like it was 40 years old, not 20 years old.
It felt very backwards. The fashion felt very early 2000s.
Yes,
Rich.
true,
That's how we dressed when we went to uni, by the way.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Well, not less pink.
Oh no, I was into pink at the time.
We went out for one night. We
had pink night, didn't we?
We did have pink night, yeah.
Yeah.
I got called some very unsavoury names that night as well. Maybe it was a piece of its time.
I mean, to be honest, we were not the height of fashion, because I think a couple of weeks before that I'd gone on a rugby night out, which was tango night, where we basically all painted ourselves orange.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I bet you would have stood out.
You can very much tell who got off with who, because there was just lots of orange smeared on people who weren't orange before.
Oh, wow.
Ah, fresh as nights at uni.
Ah, good
I had
times.
an orange vest on and like tiny little orange shorts, and was body painted orange. Yeah, fun times.
Was it the summer? Must have been the summer.
It was like September, wasn't it?
Oh, good. So you're not cold. Anyway, back to this fantastic movie from 2003. I'm so glad you didn't like it either.
No, it's fucking awful.
Especially when we've just watched this brilliant film. We'll go into it more on another slice about Barbie. This truly epic representation of strong, independent female character. And then we get to this, and Elle Woods' morals are around about in the right place, I think. Again, the message is good.
Yeah. Her character's morals are, but the story is written very poorly.
Yes, and I'm hanging on the morals from the first film more than the second film. I think they lost their way from the true essence, the core of the character of what Elle Wood is trying to be. And it's fucking silly, and it's not even fun, and it's not funny, and it's not a romantic comedy, and I'm not sure where it went wrong.
It's a romantic comedy between two gay dogs, Dave.
It's not, though, is it?
No, it's not. It's really not.
I mean, I was reading about it, a few of the IMDb trivia bits, and it's quite funny. A few bits. Reese Witherspoon kept all her costumes, apparently. So that happened.
I mean, how inappropriate is it that she was essentially wearing the outfit that Jackie Kennedy was wearing when President Kennedy got shot? Like, the first outfit she turns up to Washington in is like the outfit. I'm like,
That's is that a joke?
Right? I don't know. Is it a joke? It's quite an iconic outfit, I think, isn't it? Like,
Does that? Yes, it is. So is it right or wrong kind of thing?
I don't think it's right.
I was looking at how much she got paid for the first one and the second one, and she got paid like $1 million for the first film, and then she got paid $15 million for the second film.
Wow. Okay. That's how much they had to get her to do it.
Yeah, and the budget, for the original budget, the first one's $18 million for Legally Blonde. And then the second one, it went to $45 million. I think it was 15.
Reasonable. Like,
where did I read that she earned $15 million? I read it somewhere yesterday.
maybe she got residuals as well.
Well, yeah, I think she's a producer. And I know recently they've been talking up a Legally Blonde 3, not the Legally Blondes.
Not the one that exists.
Whatever they called that one with the twins.
Legally Blondes.
Oh, they've added the S
Blondes.
to it.
Yeah.
I really don't want to see this character anymore. I think everyone looks back on it and hasn't actually watched this film in a while.
I think the whole thing with Elle Woods and what makes her good in Legally Blonde is she's inherently nice. You know, she comes across in a way that makes people underestimate her. But actually, she's at heart a good person. Yeah. Whereas in this one, she shows no signs of being that good person. She gets into this for selfish reasons. She then essentially destroys things that other people have worked really hard for so she can get her thing done. And then she's again goes back to her just so she can have a perfect wedding, which it's her perfect wedding, not her husband's perfect wedding. He gives up his perfect wedding for her. I don't know. I think she falls into the stereotype that people think she is in the first movie. I would say. I don't think enough people have watched this second film. No, definitely not.
I think people should go back and rewatch it. I think they'll be surprised. I mean, it's dated horribly. Yeah. Truly horribly. I've watched a lot of sequels now for this. A lot of good ones and bad ones. And this is right down there as one of the worst I watched.
It is. It definitely is. And we were going to watch, we talked about watching American Pie, The American Wedding. So the third one?
American Pie, it's the third one.
Yeah, the third one. And I was kind of thinking, the jokes are going to be really inappropriate. And I don't really want to. Legally Blonde 2 will be a bit safer. It's not. It's really not.
It's worse, Rich.
I think American Pie, The Wedding would have been the safer choice. At least we've got a decent soundtrack with that.
At least, yeah. Sean William Scott is funny in it. And, I'm not quite sure how I remember how the gay dance off. I mean, all gay people can dance well. That's one of their stereotypes in that film.
It's better than the gay dog dressed in leather.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh dear.
The way the senator acts when he finds out his dog's gay.
Oh my God, it's like South Park. It's like, I don't want a gay dog.
He eventually accepts the dog.
Well, yeah, after using every gay slur under the sun that you can think of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I know the point is that you shouldn't take everyone by face value. That's literally. Yes. Again. Yeah. But she's just really annoying and horrible. And I don't want to spend any more time with that character ever again. It's not good. Do you want to know what the drop-in, I shouldn't say it like that, the Rotten Tomato game, thank you sequelizers.
Yeah, go on then. Okay.
So Legally Blonde 1 and Legally Blonde 2. So we'll start with Legally Blonde.
Okay. See, I don't think critics particularly going to love Legally Blonde. Are we talking critic scores, yeah?
We did critic and audience.
I think critics wouldn't necessarily love it, but they might get it. So I think that would lead it to a decent score of about 68.
Oh, 71%.
Oh, not far off.
150 reviews.
I'm getting the hang of this now. I feel like I'm getting there.
Yeah. Audience score for Legally Blonde.
Audience score for Legally Blonde, I think, is probably in the 80s. Like 81.
72.
Oh, okay.
1% more. I think, thinking back at Legally Blonde, it felt at that point quite refreshing, like new, like this strong, independent,
sort of the Barbie of its day.
Yeah. Reese Witherspoon was fantastic in it. It was actually quite funny. Like I said, great supporting cast. It was it was different from what was out there at that time. And then we move on to 2023. No, 2003's.
God, can you imagine if they made this in 2023? It would be hounded.
The rumours are we're going to get a third one. Reese Witherspoon is very much open to seeing... Because this one ends with a teaser, Rich. Legally Blonde 2 ends with her looking at the White House and going, do you know what?
Yeah, I could be president. Yeah.
And it wouldn't surprise me if they do that for the third film.
Do you know what? And if they do it properly, if they do it Barbie style, then it might be
be good. Okay.
As long as they don't make all the stupid mistakes they're making this one.
Okay, so producers of A Legally Blonde 3, can you run the script by me and Rich before you make it? So, Rotten Tomatoes, thank you, sequelizers. Legally Blonde 2, red, white, and blonde.
Okay.
159 reviews, critics.
If this scores more than 20% from critics, I will be seriously disappointed. So I will go with 20% and hope it's lower.
36%.
Fuck off! That is so high. This is not... A third of the people that reviewed it gave it 3 stars or more. That's bad. Like, Jesus. If you gave this movie more than 3 stars or above, hang your head.
Yes. It looks like most of them are like, it doesn't compare to the first one at all. That's what all the reviews are.
But then some people gave it 3 out of 5. Some people gave this a positive review, according to Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes is a damaged way of looking at films.
True.
But it's fun to look at it, to be honest.
Yeah, true.
It's like a car crash. You can't look away. Audience score, over 250,000 ratings.
I imagine a little bit. I imagine higher than I would expect for critics or audience because, the general public are a bit daft, aren't they? But I can't bring myself to give it over 30, so I'm going to go 29.
32%.
Oh, I was close.
Which is lower than critics.
Turns out the general public know better than the critics, but not well enough.
I thought this would have been, before looking at this, I thought audience would go a lot higher, just because it's a, it's that character. And
get into that. Yeah, people love that character, don't
I
they?
mean, I don't think this film was made for me and you, Rich. Is it?
No, but then I didn't think the first one was made for me, and I really liked it.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. So,
I think if I had a young daughter, I don't, and they would want to watch Legally Blonde, I'd let them watch Legally Blonde because you look at her, she's brilliant.
Yeah.
She's taken no names. And then the daughter would come out and be like, can we watch Legally Blonde too? Like, no.
No, because she just turns into a privileged twat.
Keep that memory, little girl. Keep that memory of that strong woman.
Absolutely. It does have Professor Proton in it, though. So
yes, bless him, Bob Newhart. He's great.
And Papa Elf.
There's not a lot I can say apart from I don't ever want to watch this film again. And I'm surprised no one's kind of talked about it as a disappointing sequel.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe because it's so bad, it's instantly forgettable. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe people don't even realise it exists. Because it can't have made much money, surely.
I can tell you if you want. So let's do the first one again. The first one, budget of 18 million estimated on IMDb, and it grossed worldwide let's say just under $142 million.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
I remember it being a big win at the time.
Yeah.
And then the next one came along.
I actually think this might have done decent money because you said it had a 45 million budget.
45 million budget. So
I imagine it probably got over 100 million because it was just feeding off of the first one.
Well, the other one got over 100 million.
That's what I mean. So I think this would get over 100 million because people have gone to watch it going, the first one was good, let's go and watch this. How much did it get?
Just under 125 million.
That's pretty good.
So it didn't make
money,
as much.
It's probably why we got that third one that must have made 45p and half a Twix.
It looks like it was still big in US and Canada. So the first one, US and Canada, it made $96 million. And Legally Blonde 2 made $90 million. And then...
Yeah, God knows what the third one made. I think the third one was like a straight-to-DVD one, isn't it? So we wouldn't get any of that.
I didn't even look at it. I don't think they even want to think that
doesn't exist.
And if it's worse... you know what? I bet it's not as worse as this.
You're probably right.
It doesn't mean I want to watch it for this at any point. So don't don't think that would be something we'll be doing in the future. I can't get over what we've just seen in Barbie and this, and very different films.
Very different films.
I'm just thinking of that film compared to this film. I think, oh my God, it's just delightful compared to this. And that doesn't mean I really liked Barbie, good or bad. You know, true. I don't want to give away what I felt. But this was truly trash. If my wife didn't like this, and I'm not saying if she's listening that she has bad taste in movies, but she was so disappointed that I started to watch it without her. And she's like, I remember really liking it. And then she was just at the end, just.
Yeah, my wife was, like I say, my wife was the same. She's like, oh, it's better than the first one. And then halfway through, she's like, it is not.
The first hour is horrific.
Yeah.
It sets off at the beginning and it doesn't course correct until way too late for me. As soon as they get to Washington.
Yeah.
I was speechless. It was not the film that I thought it was going to be. I thought at least it might be fun. It was a little bit, how long was it? An hour and 35 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't too long.
We paused it at 39 minutes in and we couldn't believe that it's only been 40 minutes at that point.
It was like someone watched Legally Blonde and then watched the West Wing and thought, I've got an idea how we can make both those things worse.
Bravo, sir. They did it. And like I said, I don't think the animal cruelty thing's a bad thing to aim at.
No. It's just done in a weird
But it's a dated script.
And not just dated for now. We're not just judging it on today's sensibilities. It was dated in 2003. Like, we would have watched that and gone, oh, no. In 2003... Like, that's bad. I was fucking stupid in 2003.
Yes, this is what I tell most people when I was like 18, 19. I was like, I was a fucking prickin' when I was that age.
Yeah. I agree. I think
everyone is. Yeah. Kids, if you're listening, you're 18, 19, you're a prick. And that's fine. You work that out.
Even 20, 21. Like, I was 22 in 2003. I was still a prick.
I was a prick until I was about 28, I reckon.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you're probably right there. Yeah.
So
I was about 32.
Oh, God. This didn't help. I'm never going to watch it again.
We should,
rate it?
Yeah, I was going to say, we should probably ask the question, shouldn't we?
We'll ask the question. Is it an unequal sequel?
Yeah, it's an unequal sequel. It's nowhere near as good as the first one. God.
I'm not a fan of the first one. I think it's fine. It's fine. I can respect it.
But this makes it look like an absolute masterpiece, right?
Oh, this is... I'm trying to think of a gulf between a first and second. As big as that.
Yeah, there is. There
do you
are
reckon?
some big gulfs.
I mean, not like Caddyshack 2 and 1. Like...
Yeah.
I'm talking about these are mainstream movies.
Okay. Well, I mean, I would say Transformers, the first Transformers movie and the second Transformers movie. Quite a big...
That is not as big as this.
Big gulf.
No, there's some good CGI in that film.
My favourite one, The Big Lebowski, and then The Jesus Rolls.
The Jesus Rolls, again, that was straight to video. I don't think that got a cinema release.
I did, I think.
Did it?
Yeah, in like 3 cinemas before the lockdown shut it down.
I don't know. This is
bad.
It's bad.
Yeah.
What out of 7? Honestly, I think this is worse than Alien vs Predator Requiem.
Really?
I think it's right down there.
Is it as bad as Sex and the City 2?
No,
I don't think it's as bad as that either.
I think I'd say that very quickly. That truly is offensive to more than one race and one religion.
I don't want to give anything 0 stars.
But there's nothing good here, Rich. I mean...
Yeah, but they made something. There's something. They did something. Jennifer Coolidge is quite funny at least once.
You're right. There's a star. Jennifer Coolidge, isn't it?
I'm going to give it 3/4 of a star. Because it doesn't deserve 1. It doesn't deserve 1. But it's not as bad as Sex and the City 2, which gets half. So
God, you're so kind.
It gets 3/4 out of 7. There.
All I wanted, I would have been happy with just a bit more romantic comedy in it, a bit more Luke Wilson instead of the 5 minutes we got him in, and Jennifer Coolidge and the sorority sisters, and just a decent storyline. So yeah, I'm going to agree. I can't push it to 1. Can I join you on the 3/4?
Yeah. Good shot. Good shout.
It seems like a safe place to be. And in terms of, because we always look ahead to, would we want to watch more of this? My answer is no.
But having said that, if Reese Witherspoon is running the show, then we might get something decent. Because she's good at this now, right? She's like, she can pull some decent movies together, right?
Yes. And TV shows, yes. Yeah. She's a talented actress. She's brilliant.
So, if she's calling the shots, both these movies directed by men, by the way.
Yeah, it definitely shouldn't be.
Definitely shouldn't be. So yeah, maybe 2023 sensibilities is what this movie needs. But who knows? So 3 could be good. 2 will always be a big bag of turds. If you like a big bag of turds...
Link.
Worst link ever.
It's good. I like it.
Don't subscribe to our podcast, because our podcast is amazing. If you came here because you're a big fan of Legally Blonde 2, sorry, we're not.
I want to hear from those people.
Yeah,
I want
to
hear
hear from you. That's a good point. If you're a big fan of Legally Blonde 2, get in touch and tell us. Get on Twitter, or whatever the fuck that's called now. Threads, get on Instagram. We are at Unequal Sequel or all of those. If you don't do social media, go on to Hotmail. We are unequalsequel@hotmail.com. You can send us an email. Tell us what you thought. We will read out your thoughts in our end of month roundup to this 20th anniversary special of Legally Blonde 2.
20 years.
Crikey. Yeah, it's a long time. But yeah, do you know what else is a long time? The 2 years that we've been recording this podcast for. So go back all the way to the start, listen to all of our brilliant interview episodes, hit that auto download button, hit the subscribe button. We'll drop into your pod player of choice every single week. Season 5 is nearly done. There is not long left of season 5 now. Couple more episodes, but they are crackers. Definitely worth listening in for. So get over there and give us a listen. And I've already told you about Another Slice, so I'm not going to talk about that again. But it's only $2.99 a month. Go and do that. All the money goes back into the podcast and making it awesome. So, lovely.
We're also on Disenfranchised, the upcoming episode on Another Slice. We're about to watch the Super Mario Brothers.
We are, yes.
And I think Legally Blonde 2 is worse than that film.
I can't remember. Could be. I haven't watched Super Mario Brothers for some time.
I'm excited to watch it. Okay. I'm going to try and be positive. Just quickly, happy birthday, Legally Blonde 2, because they're meant to be like a celebration.
Happy 20th birthday. You're almost old enough to drink in America.
Fucking hell. Thank you for listening. You're all great. Thank you for the Another Slices. You're all great. Do everything that Rich said. We've got 2 more episodes of season 5 to go. They're absolutely crackers. Great ones. The season 12... season 12.
Ooh, season 12?
Episode 12 is a biggie. I hope you enjoy it when it happens.
We've been bigging up season 12, episode 12 a lot.
Yes, we have. Jesus. It's a funny one. I can promise you that. It is hilarious. And I've got nothing else to say. Next week is the roundup, so please send in all your thoughts. Get those thoughts in as soon as you listen to this episode, please. Because me and Rich normally record those Sunday nightish, Monday at some point. More likely to be Monday this week, because we're going to go see our friends.
We are. We've got friends. Friends. Barbecue friends.
20-year anniversary friends.
Yeah, yeah. 20-year anniversary.
So that'll be happening for us. So thank you for listening. It is a goodbye from me. Bye-bye. It is a goodbye from him.
Bye.
See you next week. Sequel to this week. Have a cracking week. Bye-bye. 20 years makes me feel really old, by the way.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
It seems like yesterday.
I can't believe that. Yeah, I can't believe it's. Yeah. It was so long ago, I can't even think of what to say. That's how old I am. I'm losing my memories.
I remember seeing the first Legally Blonde in 2001, and that made me, when I was thinking, oh, fuck. And you know what? That Coen Brothers film that I was meant to watch, never watched it. Still never watched it. Sorry, Rose, my lecturer at college. Sorry about that.